I think he's fighting to the death on that one.
Dear.
Well, the Kravitz came through there for Monte. And that might be nice for them, getting that CT start, we assume. Getting that comfort early on Ancient. See if it pays off for them. Fist bumps all round. We're ready to get underway into our deciding map in this series. Ancient to decide it, and FURIA have got so much utility. No P250s, though. Normally, you'll see a P250 in play to challenge mid, but with all this utility, maybe they don't need mid. Maybe it's going to be a full B execute for FURIA.
Time for FURIA to enact revenge from that major that we are trying to forget as far as they are concerned. And their loss on this map to Monte. Krasnal will start the proceedings well.
Whoa.
FURIA are trying to split the site, but they're getting split. Their heads are getting split. They've lost a bomb now. As Fallen desperately tries to claw something back, but they are getting riddled with bullets.
Big release of energy from Monte there, because that was a convincing pistol. I'm sure they had a discussion about bringing energy into this map. They're still yelling because that was so dominant.
Yeah.
FURIA, yeah, they just don't expect that push down ramp. They get caught out, the bomb gets caught, Demka gets all the way behind with his dualies. What a disaster for FURIA.
FURIA definitely feel like they're kind of in their groove. Maybe an asterisk for Keserato.
Sure.
They feel like they're in their groove. Is that going to be enough, though? I think, obviously, as their name value, you're kind of expecting them to win the series, but again, the data for Monte looks good for this map. However, we have seen FURIA win an unlikely round. This is not going to be one of them. Just about denying the bomb plant there, Monte. 4 players standing. All good in the hood if Monte is your hood.
Yeah, it was a heavy eco for FURIA. A few pieces of utility bought into that one, so it was kind of a Hail Mary to try and get that bomb down. But now that that round is done, they get their proper gun round. AK's out on the majority of their players. And Monte not quite able to get that sniper out. Mid-fight's always extremely important early on Ancient. Really being focused by either team at the start of this round, though. Monte have actually put some players aggressive towards A, but it's B they need to be aware of. Cello is just sneaking in. I'm not sure if they're fully prepared for this. He's going in for the kill. The flash so strong, and they're already into the bomb site.
Yeah, those are prompt entries. What? Oh, dear. Now, that is a big whiff. Very unlikely. I don't even know what to say. That's a bizarre whiff there. After being 2 games in as well, to miss something basic like that is very unusual. But again, let it happen in round 3 rather than around 23 or later. Get out of the way and move on. Stuff happens. Anyway, FURIA on the board early. Could do with holding on to these guns as well. A few plays are low. The CTs are creeping a little. That was a quick surge into the B-bomb site. The numbers game being abused well. Classic simple strats on the T side. A Banshee whale below us as FURIA get onto the scoreboard.
Yeah, I actually turned around and looked at Demka after that whiff. Was disappointed for a while, but I think he got his head back into it pretty quick. As you said, still early days. I hope he muted his mic.
I'm going to get nightmares about that.
Yeah.
I'm going to get nightmares. Nobody needs to hit screams like that.
Still a gun round then for both teams. This time Monte with full rifles. And the mid control was being contested. Looks like Art is going to try and come through mid and join his teammates. Smokes up will allow him to do just that. Meanwhile, his team are taking B. That's a freebie for Art. Krasnal not realizing that was a possibility. And Monte are playing full retake on this B bomb site. This does not look good for Monte right now, but that kill could change things. Back to a 4v4 briefly, but FURIA still fighting strong. And that deep smoke into CT makes it nigh on impossible to get back into the bomb site.
After the pistol, it seems that FURIA have taken their momentum into this game. luxury of the AKs being abused well, as Monte don't quite have an answer at present. And again, another sitter missed early. Hopefully that does not continue. We would love to see a competitive third map here. FURIA are off to the races early. It feels like in the swing of the round, they are far away from their opponent as they tie the score.
Looked like Fallen was trying to communicate with his team and Cello was still just wailing away. I think Fallen gave him a little glance.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a surprising round from Monte. They didn't have mid control. They allowed that flank to come in. And now we have this scenario again where Woro has the AWP. Everyone else has almost nothing.
What can Woro do then? Can he be the hero? Posted up at the back. Presence in FURIA from mid. There'll be no challenge for Woro just yet, but keep an eye on Cello on the radar. He is lurking around that B area. Perhaps FURIA have a plan to wrap the bomb site, or perhaps just to draw people into that mid position. Either way, they're looking for frags as they have time on their side. Now, let's not forget the scenarios, the late round scenarios that haven't gone FURIA's way on multiple maps in this series thus far, where they've waited a little too long. Things start to go wrong for them, but they will cut the numbers down, and that certainly helps. They could cut off the rotation on that AWP as well. I can't believe he's done that. Some Die Young with 2 USP kills. Those players were supposed to cut off the rotation of the AWP. Instead, multiple rifles are lost, and suddenly Monte are looking very nice indeed. 2 AKs and the AWP. A lack of focus on both sides then in these early rounds, as Monte will be encouraged to go for this one. Smokes are up. Surely this is worth the gamble for Monte if they can get on the bomb site in good time. Cello in donut. Krasnal starting to lurk, and then there was one. yuurih eats a grenade as well. They don't know he's here, but he's at half health. Someone's got to get in that bomb though. Krasnal not ready with a rifle, and yuurih has done half the work now. Who's going to post up? It's going to be the AWP. The defuse is being held, and yuurih is being drawn by Woro. He's so close, but he's going to be denied in the end. I don't think so, he says, but that was way too close for FURIA.
Not in my house. That's what that finger wag meant. Oh, that was so close, though. I thought yuurih might have taken too much time. But that was SDY getting set up beautifully. Krasnal arrived a little late initially, but he got the fight in donut. And then look at how close this is. Not an instant headshot, but it doesn't matter.
Where's your defuse? I'm pretty sure. I think you're saying where's the defuse?
I think so. No defuse for you.
I speak 0 Portuguese, but you know, that's my translation.
SDY is fighting mid. They tried to put a molly down to deny. Denka will join him from above. That's a good way to deny mid, but it's cost them the A bomb site.
Lightning round by FURIA. It's almost a game show for them. They're on it so fast. Monte trying to mount a defense, but there's not much for them to do in this scenario, or is there? Suddenly they've got a man advantage. The CTs are close enough. Do they go for this? It's going to be dicey. It's going to be awkward, but they've got some smokes as well. They can cut off some of these choke points, but can they find the players? Art's in a forward position. Fallen gets his bell rung. Art has to deliver. They're both low now. They could be finished off by either of these weapons. The French gun is around the corner, and both the T's are down. Wow, this is back and forth vocally and on the server as well. Things are getting increasingly violent in this game of Ancient.
Loving the intensity teams are bringing to this play-in stage. It is quite a cutthroat format. Even if you're in the upper bracket, you've got to take every game so seriously. At the play-in stage of Cologne. Monte keep playing these rounds where they're happy to just play retake on bomb sites. They're giving up bomb sites pretty comfortably, but it's working for them. I think they've looked pretty solid when they've been in some of these retake positions, especially that A site. It's definitely doable to get back into the round. Just being a real nuisance with the way they're switching these setups.
Wow, who's going to be Thor? Pull this one out of the stone. I wouldn't be surprised if there was like some kind of some movie coming out of China from a collector where someone's the chosen one pulling the I by Power up out of a stone. If not, there'll probably be one in a month now. They've seen that. 3 rounds apiece. So I think we've got to go on Woro2k watch. He's got 1 kill thus far, and he has been someone we've mentioned from game to game. Is he going to heat up? Will he be the difference maker for FURIA in this deciding game of Ancient? Another fast round from FURIA, sending it into the A bomb site. The bomb is safely behind. yuurih's been picked off, lurking towards B, which means the rotation's on for the CTs. Woro taking some pot shots, but FURIA are sending more personnel onto the bomb site. Krasnal's got control of Donut. No one to challenge him just yet. Cello's lurking round the back, but they might lose players on the bomb site if they're not careful. Fallen's in the red carrying the bomb. Krasnal's kind of stuck now. It'll get team killed by Bro. But the numbers are low for FURIA on their HP and on the map at the moment. 3 players remain, but as Samdayoung is dropped, the numbers are tied once more. Woro needed to be a bit more accurate there. Woro2k will drop him. Cello lurking, the knife is out. Just about alive for the time being. But what can Bro really do from this position? He's got to try and escape here. So awkward for Monte to try and hold on to these rifles. The round's been lost, but will their rifles be lost as well?
Oh, looks like Bros will be. Fallen finds him in the back. And FURIA find a 4th round. Is Fallen going for this? I doubt it. Not with the AWP. And we heard the discussion from the desk about how FURIA might still be adjusting to having Fallen and Art. So some maps might be much more of Art style. Some maps might be much more of Fallen style. So far, this is feeling like Art style, with how FURIA keep going for these incredibly quick rounds. This time straight out into the A bomb site. Pays off for them on the initial trades. And Monte's money is in the bin.
Give us a reason not to keep doing this might be the call from FURIA. In the buy rounds at the very least.
Yeah, that might be a reason.
Yeah, again, these rounds have proved to be difficult as well. We're seeing it at present. Demka with a nice opening frag. And you wonder about the clock already for FURIA. Minute 30. This is a dangerous round. I'm already keeping eyes on that for this one. Seen that bait set up in Red Room before. What is the play from FURIA then? No AWP to contend with. Fallen holding angles. Focused on the point. Carrying the bomb as well. He's got the confidence to do it. Be the point man with the bomb. There would be so much info for the CTs. Could be even more if they drop him. But now security is here. He's got a bouncer with him, or 2. Cello and Art are here as they look to clean out a common position. Samdayoung can run distraction, stuck in that corner now because Demka is here. But Cello, how does he find that angle? Cello has been so good for FURIA in this series. Could be an important frag there on the bomb site as Krasnal starts to swing around, but his 5-7 will be denied. And the worst is over in this one for FURIA.
Yeah, no dice for Monte. Woro somehow got a kill onto Art. I don't think he can get the gun though. He's about to be flanked. yuurih closes. 5-3 up are FURIA. Slowly starting to work some magic here on this T side. Does feel like it's going to be a competitive map though. Most of the rounds are getting fairly close, fairly uncomfortable. Monte back on the buy, but again, that AWP not out for Woro. Hasn't been able to be too influential on the AWP so far. Mid-control looks good for Monte, but FURIA have loved these early group ups onto bomb sites. You might see that again. They're all over to B right now.
Yeah, Krasnal may have some visitors in his guest house. yuurih's been dropped, but Art has the bomb site getting his bell rung. Shenanigans from Bro. That could be a big difference maker. 5-on-3 as they have they know what FURIA are up to here. Creeping onto the bomb site. FURIA have so much work to do. No pressure to plant the bomb just yet, although this is the last of their util. That flashbang being the very last of it. Fallen getting tagged as he's crossing. Boosts on the way as well. That net is closing on FURIA. Woro2k trades, but he knows that's not Woro. There's one more player to find in that corner, but plenty more of Monte around this bomb site. Continuing to creep now as Woro2k holds an angle. K-Serato and Cello. Now would be a great time for a K-Serato miracle. Cello walking, another left eye peek headshot from Cello. And there's K-Serato with a burst. That's the kind of man you're looking for. Suddenly, the numbers are even. How they're still alive is beyond me. But Cello's been dropped, and now K-Serato's in the clutch. He's got a bomb to plant, but that won't happen. Monte will finish him off. The numbers were too great to start with, but FURIA did make it competitive.
Yeah, it looked like they were close to bringing it back for a second. I really feel like the normal K-Serato I'm used to would have a great chance in that clutch, but as he fake plants, his crosshair just wasn't quite in the right place, didn't adjust, and so the 1v2 not possible this time round. Now, what is the discussion for FURIA? These fast sight plays have been mixed with their effectiveness, but I think more often than not, they have been working, even if in this round they did get denied. That was the initial kill from Woro, and that meant they had no map control elsewhere. Bro made that cheeky play on the edge of the smoke, then Woro gets boosted above. It was just nice and disruptive from Monte throughout. Never letting FURIA set up that fast play onto the bomb site. AWP is there for Fallen. Buy on both sides, a little limited, but still good enough. And Fallen wants early action. We saw Demka play aggressive here earlier. This time he'll play a little further back. Just drop that smoke to make sure he's safe.
Yeah, I wonder if you heard that scope. Seems very concerned, and I would be the way Fallen has been going on today. A creep into mid then from FURIA. Again, maybe they read the response to that AWP scope. Expecting more urgency towards A from Monte. Taking this chance to head in towards that mid position. Fallen was scoped in much earlier on, so this could be a painful surprise for Demka. But some Youngs in CT spawn wondering where to go at present. Woro heading over towards Red Room to cover that. Look at these positions from FURIA. They give and respond to information with this AWP, especially all the other teams, in a very interesting fashion. There it is, the puncture from Fallen. If he did give that sound cue away, it's paid off for it, but they're lining up for SDY. And that will certainly help. 3 on 4 in favor of Monte. SDY will be dropped by Fallen then, but Cello's been lost in the process. Only 2 remain. Woro looking for that transfer. And K-Serato again in the clutch. 1v3 made 2, 20 seconds. Pulling the AK out once again, they're lining up, but Bro will just about trade.
I love that Bro just keeps running with the SMG there. Doesn't allow himself to just counter strafe and line up on the exact same angle. He just says, you know what, I'll just keep running and gunning. I won't make it easy for him to just spray on this same angle. This was Fallen with a nice shot on Demka, falling back. That lineup from SDY looked so good for Monte, especially after Woro came in. K-Serato still made it close, but Monte able to bring that round back. And now FURIA so low on money. They've got a few flashes, and that's pretty much it. It's a Glock round. I don't know how effective these flashes will be, especially with where Demka's positioned. This is pretty damn good for the MP9. Okay, the flashes are pretty good.
I thought I was kind of behind him, but there we go. He's blind as a bat. 4 on 4 then. Bomb plant would be a miracle. See the first player taking the bullet to create space for the second, but the rifle support is there to solve the problem. Monte in the lead now, 6-5 over FURIA, who'll pull the AK-47s out once again. They'll have quite reasonable utility, but just the one Molotov for FURIA. Cello will be quite lacking in grenades, but they've got the flashes and the smokes, and they certainly have the aim as well. Monte moving down mid once again as Art will try and hide in plain sight. Some Young jumping through the smoke. There was no challenge from the team. A false sense of security working out very well. This is a fast-moving round. Yuurih dropping Bro. There's only 2 plays left for Monte, and we're barely at a minute 30. What has happened in this round?
Oh my, Woro, that is a wild play to make with the P250, and it does not work. yuurih wins the duel, and now this B site is open for business. Monte were hoping they could run 2 mid, 3 B, go aggressive. But that push through the smoke was not effective onto Art. The flash was not good enough. And then the push down B didn't have the assistance from mid that it maybe needed.
Art stood in the corner, offered no spray to CT's crossing. Monte thought no one was there, or if they were blind. Playing anti-flash, insta-give. Art's out here playing Quake. This is a devastating round for Monte.
Can't wait for that new water in CS2. Currently looks a little murky.
Yeah, you can on overpass you can see weapons in the water a bit better until you get to the really nasty sloshy stuff.
Sure.
Then it's a bit murkier.
You also get the nice little ripples, don't you?
Yeah.
When you're stepping.
Yeah, yeah, it's quite impressive, yeah.
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 Actually, I don't know how far the ripples go, because like in that area on Ancient, depending on how far they are, you never know. Maybe that could actually help someone.
Just hope they give more color to the ground, because it's very monotone. But if you go to this actual area, Chichen Itza and so on, just have some bright worn earth to make things a little more interesting. So FURIA looking to make things interesting in this mid position. They've got the flashes to swing, and Art's on the way again. I think he just saw part of the CT there, but can he find a fatal connection? Apparently not. Nervous territory for Demka, rather you than me, buddy. FURIA looking very dangerous. They've got bodies in this mid position, and trades are all but guaranteed. What can SDY do about this? Repositioning with his teammate, switching some grenades, but down he goes, 1-for-1. Krasnal trying to pick up the slack there, sees the bomb carrier, but gets domed. Fallen's here. All the angles covered by FURIA, but Woro will try to hold on to the A bomb site. Falling back, looking for a lurker, but there isn't one there. Everybody's in mid for FURIA, and they've got 60 seconds to play with.
Yeah, they pump the brakes after spotting the AWP, but they've got to be ready for Bro. Queserato low, trade not effective, not yet. And with the bomb in Cello's hands, he was not comfortable in that position, so they'll try and drop back, but Bro's hot on their heels, and that's the bomb. yuurih's got to go back, but Woro's gone all the way round. Heads up play from Woro, and Monte continue their success.
They just claw back, climbing off the edge of the cliff. A flurry of rounds early for FURIA, but Monte just keep coming back. Just tanking the damage and forcing their way forward into the lead once again. And FURIA have a very ropey bye in the second last round of the first half. Tech9 is always capable of ruining dreams though. That pistol spits pure hatred at its opponents. To devastating effect. Minute 30, plenty of util. 4 smokes around the mid position. 1 fades, 3 remain. FURIA creeping around the red room and beyond. Monte have got 3 players on this B bomb site, but they, unbeknownst to them, need to find something quickly. And that's a promising start. Cello will be dealt with. And Krasnal's on the way as well with this MP9. Got to be careful versus the Galil though.
CT split. Oh, the lineup from Woro is ideal. Nothing doing for FURIA at this point. Run down at the end of the round. But that lineup for Woro is just perfect. Covers off that position. Monte stay aware of the possibility. And Monte have now won 5 of the last 6 rounds. A real takeover here for them on the CT side.
Hunger Buster, 2 for 1. Get your packet of crisps and your soft drink. And your microwavable burger. That's what it is, man. Right there.
Nasty.
Nothing but empty calories, baby. Last round of the first half then. How close will it be? Another rough bye for FURIA. The Tech9s are growing, but will they score? Donut smokes off early. A bigger focus from Monte on A long, but it's the Donut where all the FURIA players will stumble their way through, trying to force the entries into the A bomb site. They will touch ground, but Cello has fallen. 3 Pistoleros remaining. Samdayang trying to clean up Keisaratu and yuurih versus the 3 of Monte, trying to play in the chaos, but the bomb's been lost. yuurih in the clutch now. 1v3, the numbers are here, and they will trade. Monte lead by 9 at half-time. Can they go all the way and make it to groups? We'll find out after the break.
What is your calling?
It's really hard to pick a potential winner between these two squads. Both are capable, very capable of taking it. Which way do you think this one's going, Hawker?
That's tough. I actually think Monte came through there. I feel like Monte have got a good chance now. They were looking really solid at the end of that half. They really started putting the pieces together. And FURIA maybe looked a little one-note. I'm hoping that changes, though. It is Monte now onto the harder T side of Ancient. And we saw FURIA on their pistol go for a B play. Monte want the same.
Two defenders on this bomb site, make it one. Art doesn't last very long. yuurih trying to deliver the goods with these jewelies, but he gets domed by Bro. Clean bomb site for now. 3 in a rotation. Fallen has a kit. Smoke grenade as well. And that'll go to the side here to try and stop this flank from these Ts. Keisaratu on the reload. Bro on the corner, things slowing down for a time as Cello creeps in first. And they get absolutely lit up by Krasnal. 3 kills in the round. Monte take the pistol.
Some celebratory shots at the end of it. Why not? Because that is a convincing pistol for Monte. Showing no hesitation. Absolutely cutthroat as they enter that B bomb site. That initial entry from Demka was just incredibly clean, and that really helps. They just continue the pace onto the site. The rotate back from FURIA ends in a lineup for Krasnal, who's having a great game for himself. And FURIA forced onto a full eco, and now the pressure on FURIA is going to mount into these future gun rounds.
You can see the pressure in their body language after that pistol round as well. It definitely tells a story. The story of this round might be the Zeus in the hands of Vard if he can get anything done with it. Flashbang and they start to charge in. It'll be the USP from Cello who gets something from this round. Art's been dropped and the rest of his team aren't far off that. 1 kill in the round. Monte plant the bomb and win by elimination. All good for them. 5 rounds away then from a position in the group stage of Cologne. Very imposing stadium to come after the groups. But for now, groups is the target. FURIA will be on the bite. Not going to be the best one. MP9s are back.
A good budget weapon, but you don't really want budget weapons when you're 11-6 down, and you could be facing a big deficit if you were to lose this round. Monte clearly aware of the importance of this round. LMBT wants to take a timeout. And any questions about Monte's mental fortitude after getting destroyed on Overpass have quickly been answered here. I think bringing SDY into the team certainly helped with that. He's become a real leadership figure on this squad. Now the in-game leader of the team. And he's top fragging with 17 kills. Great to see his redemption arc on this Monte lineup. Here comes the fight for mid-control. The molly is missed from FURIA. It's the A play from Monte, though.
It might be inspired by these rounds we saw in FURIA in that first half as they send it into the A bomb site, but Fallen still standing. He's made space for himself. The flashes are here as well. And this push is being slowed down, but Bro has made it far enough to get not 1, but 2 kills after the initial 4-on-3 then. That MP9, that range is just not working out for him. But somehow he's still alive, able to fall back and get a reload in. Got Woro looking to maybe lurk through to that donut position from mid later on. But that bomb's still not planted just yet.
With a couple of players low, that could get uncomfortable for Monte. They're waiting for this flank from Woro. I don't think Art wants that fight. yuurih, in the meantime, aware of this position. That's a good reaction shot. That's another kill for FURIA. They're bringing this back. The bomb is trying to evacuate, and Woro's got them trapped right now.
Apart from Art, and he's got the sound cues.
Oh, boy.
Oh, he's gone for the shortcut.
He's so low.
It's SMG versus SMG. He really needs to get out of there, and he will do that just in time. What a nervous round for Monte. Not over yet, though. Cello is very, very close, and he has a kit as well. Looking for round number 7. Can he clutch this? He's been good for the squad so far. 6 kills for him at present, and he's just going to go too far on this one. The Mac 10! Oh, he was close to a 180 there. That's a big round for Monte.
It looked good for FURIA as they fought their way back into that A bomb site. But another smart decision in the mid-round from Monte, bringing that bomb back, realizing that Woro's position is one they can make the most of. And Art was just so low with an SMG. Him swinging into mid was always going to be a tough ask. SDY deals with him. They're not ready for that off angle from Woro. And Monte turn it into a round win. We've got a Nova on Art. I can't remember the last time I've seen that weapon in play.
Love a Nova.
I'm loving this performance from Monte. More of a new school team, taking it to the old school FURIA, showing that there's a new force in Counter-Strike right now. So often I get a dink with the Nova. Surely at this range it's a one-shot.
Oh, I just clipped the shoulder. That Nova is actually a supernova due to the recoil system in the stock indicated by the lines going across it. Desert Eagles remain for FURIA. Very arid in the hot landscape of Ancient at present for them. Nothing really growing on this CT side apart from their loss bonus. Monte don't have too much work to do following the conclusion of this round.
So nice to see Monte continue to play well after the loss of Boros. A lot of people thought he was their main man, thought he was the main reason they were finding success. I think a lot of people wrote them off coming into this tournament. But someone like SDY especially clearly added an element of composure to this team. And even at the RMRs, I remember talking to SDY. He said compared to the mood in Na'Vi, he was loving playing on Monte because they all believe in each other. They all back each other up. And SDY is just that cool head that got added in January of this year that really seemed to put Monte on the map. They're on the map right now, and they are demolishing FURIA as it stands. Feels like now or never for FURIA.
Yeah, it really has to be, surely.
At least on this map, at least in this series. Still the lower bracket, but you don't want to be there.
A change of pace from Monte then. That slow pace has had mixed results versus FURIA in the vacuum of this series. Maybe double AWP's had something to do with that. Just a single one here on this occasion. Questions asked of the A-bomb side. 2 players committed. No one in donut for FURIA. And it seems Monte want to sell them a fake. We can see where the bomb is on the radar. But FURIA are so committed to these positions on B. What kind of rotation do we see? Mid has been abandoned, and Fallen has to wonder about that. Heading towards Red Room now. It will be only 2 players on the B bomb site, but Fallen could get there very quickly indeed. 40 seconds on the clock. What's the read? Keserato starting to move. yuurih holding down the short B position. How much of a clue is that? They start to move forward now, and Fallen spotted something. Krasnal standing on 20 HP. 30 seconds on the clock. yuurih with some util to help out his teammates. Krasnal dropped 3 versus 5. Monte have got nothing to show for this just yet. Demka's so far away from his teammate. Bro's got 20 seconds to plant the bomb. Demka has got to get a lot of frags here, and he will. There's 2 quick ones, but as fast as those come in, FURIA will answer back. And they're on the scoreboard in the second half. 7th round for FURIA, their first of this half.
Yeah, Demka was quick with it. Even got the chance to transfer shots onto the 3rd player, but only shots to the body. Eventually, he does get traded. And a fairly convincing round for FURIA, which I think is what they needed. Still more work to be done for FURIA, though, as Monte didn't really get the chance to group up in that round as they would have wanted. Got this double stack in towards Jaguar early on. Woro holding with the AWP while his teammate closes the distance. Plenty of mollies here for Monte. So FURIA have got to be aware that they might get forced out by Flames. And that could allow the isolated duel to come in. yuurih will be traded immediately.
Interesting smoke in mid. Not sure if that's done the proper job there. So Art's going to have some info. But what can he do with it? Demka's going to drop Cello on B, which leaves Fallen in need of help. Art's going to make that rotation. Monte holding positions for now. They've got advantages and they will sit on them. Minute on the clock. As more utility is used by FURIA. It's a guessing game for them as Monte have cut noise. But Fallen's got positions around this B bomb site, but he slips away. Will FURIA concentrate together on one site? Is it that bad for them at this stage? Do they risk losing the AWP once they realize Monte are on B?
Oh boy. Has to be the save for FURIA, you would think. Smokes on the site, just impossible when you make this risk to get back into the round. FURIA facing a tough position here. And it's always hard to know what the expectations are for a team when they make roster moves, especially when you're bringing a new AWP and IGL into the mix. But a lot of people thought that FURIA would be able to handle Monte here. And maybe Monte have flown under the radar slightly. Only the one roster move made. Still looking solid here. And Monte getting closer and closer to that spot in the group stage of IEM Cologne. Just 2 rounds away now. And I want FURIA to go down with a fight. Where did that come from?
Did you see the breath he took before that? He inhaled for club and country there and sent it.
Demka's letting him know. 2 rounds. 2 rounds is all we need. He can do the maths.
Double the score of FURIA. Hard fought for Monte. But there's more work to be done. FURIA with a goodbye. Airstrike outside the B area, but Monte haven't got that far just yet. They're really taking hold of this. There's a smoke on the way as well. Oh, it's got some work to do, but Woro will dome him. That's not what FURIA were looking for. Early 5-on-4 for Monte. So much time to play with, and they will play with it quite often.
Yeah, I love the boost from Monte. But if you're making that play aggressive, you've got to be ready for that boost from mid. They're still going for this information, though. They're still going for this control. That smoke will be nice. Should allow Cello to hold on to this B area. Ooh, there's a little gap.
No one fires.
Oh. Ooh, I thought there might be an angle.
He must have spotted him. Did they creep up on that? Perhaps he didn't. Cello posted up 47 seconds. What is the play for Monte? They had time. Now time's starting to run low. And they are positioning themselves to collapse on this B bomb site. Clearing all the angles that FURIA took earlier on. Flashes are here. Warning signs now. Keserato on the rotation. His teammates will need him. Demka dropped yuurih, trying to hold on to position for the time being. Sundayang looking for a bonus frag here. Molly's up on the side. 20 seconds to get this bomb planted, and there are still 2 CTs standing here. Cello trying to deliver, but he can't do enough. Fallen alone now, 1 versus 3. He has a kit, but does he have a miracle? How can he find these kills? How can he avoid getting traded? Such a slim possibility, and he knows it as well.
He was just hoping for a mistake that Monte refused to make. SDY able to sneak in. yuurih wasn't ready. Cello was committed to the site, and then Keserato having to emerge through the smoke wasn't comfortable. A good transfer from Bro. And Monte on the verge of a big win here against FURIA.
1 round in this half for FURIA. 1 round. On the CT side of Ancient, it has been brutal.
1 round.
Yeah, that has multiple meanings now. 15-7 for Monte. 1 round for FURIA in the half. 1 round away from the group stage are Monte, and plenty of chances on the way. A timeout is called by FURIA.
What a performance from some of these Monte players. Again, it was really the narrative that Monte were so heavily reliant upon Boros for their firepower, but SDY 21 kills, Bro has stepped in, 18 frags, Woro's up there, similar numbers. Just the overall structure is looking so solid here. Whenever FURIA try and make a move, they get denied. AWP is on the floor for Fallen. It's that double AWP setup again for FURIA. Will that be the switch up that finally nets them some CT success?
Back to Old Faithful. Monte seem laser focused on the B-bomb site. Will they be changing the pace again? Fallen is here. yuurih smokes off and Fallen is dropped. Look at the position Monte have. This is going to be really difficult to deal with, but Case Francis got some angles, dodging bullets in the meantime, but not for long. yuurih and Cello remain. Monte on the cusp of a place in the group stage of Cologne. FURIA have barely been able to do anything this entire half on Ancient. And I'm not sure they can do anything now. Look how desperate it is for Cello. Just walking through the smoke to his own demise. And yuurih's the last one to drop. Monte make it to the group stage over FURIA.
A statement win for Monte, and not just because it's a win, it's because of the way they did it on that final map. They took over with a 16-7 scoreline, and that's against FURIA, who have